Hi kindergarten, it's math time. Today we're going to do story problems. Story problems are things that we've been doing in our classroom. When we do a story problem, I tell you a story, I ask you to retell it, then I ask you if it's a story about combining or taking away. So let me start with our very first story. Our very first story problem is about some books that I had about spring and water. So on my bookshelf, I wanted to know, how many do I have? Well, I found 7 on my bookshelf. But then I looked and I saw 2 of them belonged to my public library. So I returned them. I gave them to the library. So let's try retelling the story to our grown-up now. What happened in my story? Turn to your grown-up. You can pause the video here. Welcome back. Okay, I hope you had a chance to retell the story, right? First I had 7 books, then I gave 2 to the library. And that's that, right? So now we want to talk about, is this a story about combining or taking away? Turn to your grown-up. First I had 7 books. I gave 2 back to the library. Is this about combining or taking away? Welcome back. Well, when I think about the story, I heard the words brought back to the library. So that meant I was taking some books away. Did you think that too? Yeah, so this is a story about taking away. Let's see if we can solve the problem, right? What we want to know is how many books do I have left now, right? First I had 7, then I brought 2 back to the library. How can I figure that out? I know, I can use my fingers. So I know that in the story I had 7, 5, and 2 more is 7, right? I had 7 books. But I brought 2 back to the library. It's a taking away, so I have to take some away. How many do I have to take away? Let's see, I had 5, and then 2 went back to the library. That's right, I have to take 2 away. 1, 2. How many books do I still have left? 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my double check. Nice job. Let's try our second story. Our second story is about my Eric Carle book collection. So here in my library, I found 5 Eric Carle books. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Those were on my bookshelf. Then I went in my living room, and guess what? I found 2 more Eric Carle books. So I added them to my collection. Let's pause the video here and retell the story in your own words. You can rewind if you need to help yourself hear the story again. Welcome back. Yes, so I'm going to retell the story. First, I had 5 books, then I found 2 more in my living room, and I added it to the collection. Okay, next question. Is this story about combining or taking away? Turn to your grown-up. All right, we're back. So I know when I heard the story that I said, first I had 5 books, then I found 2 more and I added them to the collection. That's about combining. I took one group of books and I combined it with the other group of books to make a new total. All right, so now it's time to figure it out. Let's see if we can figure it out together, and when I'm done, you can see if you can share some other ways you can figure it out with your grown-up. So I know that first I had 5 books, but then I found 2 more and I added them to the collection. How many do I have now? Let's see, I know that there's 5 fingers here, so I can start with 5. I can hold 5 in my head and count on 6, 7. There's 7 books in all. How else can you figure out how many books in all? Well, thanks for doing story problems with me and thinking about how to retell it, whether it was combining or taking away, and then helping me figure out the total. Till next time, see you later.